Paul, pre-season underway 3 days earlier than advertised. You've played Corby Town behind closed doors and won 3-0. Were you pleased with what you saw?
Over the moon with. I've been over the moon with the way the boys have applied themselves right from the start. We've been given the lads we'd signed. They were given running sessions to do, which everyone's completed. Come back in amazing condition, and the work ethic they put in since they've been back has been frightening. It's and today, like I say, it's probably the first time that they've really put an 11 out there. Is the fitness levels have showed. Really pleased with the levels of fitness. If I'm honest, pleased with the level of sharpness. To say it was one of the early sessions that we've done.
And contrary to popular belief in Boston, you did have a goalkeeper on show today, and you've signed him, Rhys Davies, somebody that you know really well from Kettering, and potentially another one to come in on loan as well. So you will have a couple of goalkeepers to choose from once you get underway properly.
Yeah, look, we've monitored. We've had goalkeepers training with us over a period now. We've had our sights on them. We've been in contact with a lot of league clubs regarding loan options, but we signed Rhys. I signed Rhys when he, on his release from Leicester City. Paid £250,000 for him. Do you know what I mean? And probably to be still there now if things were a little bit different. I think he's potentially a top-class goalkeeper that could go and play at a really high level. So we're pleased we got that over the line, and we're going to bring another one in, probably as a loan. So I want two that are really going to be really competitive with each other. I think it's a really important position. But I know one or two people seem to have been panicking, but it's all been under control, and from the start, and we knew which direction we were heading in. It was just really dotting the I's and crossing the T's on which ones we wanted to bring in.
Is it important to you to have two goalkeepers of a similar ilk, not to have one clear number one, let them battle it out and see who gets the nod on the 6th of August?
Yeah, I think as people start to look at the squad, they'll notice the competitiveness in positions. I don't think there's anything better to motivate a player than having a good player waiting in the wings to take his position. So we've signed some good players. There's still some to come in. And but I'm just over the moon with the way the boys have applied themselves. There's a good spirit coming amongst them. As hard as they've worked them, there's been some smiles. There's a good team ethic coming through, and for me, up until today, it's just been a really positive start.
And a chance to get into the public eye on Tuesday and Wednesday with back-to-back games, and chance to give plenty of players a run out.
Yeah, it is. It's minutes now. As you've seen today, you go from the training ground onto a proper 11 versus 11. Still a bit of rustiness. Still some really good stuff that came out today. We thank Corby who've come down. The new guys have gone in there, and they put some good players out there. But I think we controlled the game. Created a number of chances. Probably a little bit of rustiness in front of goal. But more importantly, kept a clean sheet. I think I can only think of probably Corby having a couple of shots, but all the games that I've got in at pre-season, I'm hoping will test us in different ways. And what I want to see is teams that ask questions of us and give me problems to solve, because I'd rather have problems and to solve in pre-season than get to 3 or 4 games in and kind of having to rejuggle things. So I'm looking forward to the games we've got coming in. All of them will be competitive. Really looking forward to it.
Since we last spoke, 4 players have come in. Rhys, you've touched upon. Scott Pollock you brought back, and Will Atkinson you brought in, 2 quality midfield additions for you. Yeah,
look, Will's, he's played in the Premiership. Good footballer. Did a homework on him. I know players that have played with him and his previous clubs. Talked to a lot of managers. No one said a bad word about the lad. Quality written all through him. Amazing pros as people have seen today, and I think he's a great addition. Scott, potential is unbelievable for such a young player, and I've had a few individual chats with the lad, and if we can work on certain parts of his game, I think there's a potential for the boy to go to the stars. His movement, his technicality, his ability to get into goal scoring positions. He's one of the better ones I've seen and that I've worked with. So, but it's potential. There's a lot of work for us to do. He knows there's a lot of work. We're getting to work in different areas, but yeah, it's a pleasing signing for us and one that's full of potential.
And Janai Gordon, a very cool character off the pitch, but he knows where the back of the net is.
Yeah, look, we had Janai initially at Kettering early on. You know, he was sought after in the summer. The Boston fans will know about him, you know, with the Stratford game, etc., Hereford game. You know, he gives us something different to what we've got up there at the minute, and that's something that we were looking for. We don't want centre forwards that are too similar, and I think with the chances we create and we created last year, that Janai will get a good share of the goals this year. Big plus as well is at right. He started back like a house on fire. He started back strong. He's looked strong in his running, strong in his physicality, more so strong in his mindset. So we've got two up there. Jordan's not far behind them. He's still you know, a couple of weeks away from being fit. But you know, it's three decent centre forwards, you know, for a squad. And
you've lost 31 goals, obviously, in Danny Elliott. He's got his move to the National League full-time football, and I presume you wish him well.
Oh, absolutely, great lad, unbelievable to work with. Had an unbelievable season, and no matter who we were at this level, no matter what money we were paying out, Danny's ambition was to go and play back in the Football League or a high level, and I love working with the kid. I'll keep my eye on him, you know, with great interest, and we hope he goes on and scores a lot of goals in the National League and has a fantastic career. Great lad to work with, but like you say, when somebody scores that amount of goals, they're well coveted, and like I say, I think it was inevitably going to happen. I think we put a really good offer to Danny, and you know, when I spoke to him, it was about ambition, which is lovely to hear from the lad. He didn't say it was about finance; it was more to do with ambition. So yeah, we wish him all the best. Great lad to work with.
And another player who got a few goals who's gone is Fraser Preston. He turned your re-engagement down, but the club had done a deal with Alfreton, and he moves on as well.
Yeah, look, you know, I was one of Fraser's probably biggest fans. Numerous talks with him about how we could, you know, get the best out of him, etc. Once again, you know, we wanted to keep him. You know, the club came in and offered him more money. It's as simple as that. You know, once again, great lad. Wish him all the best. Really good footballer. And we'll monitor, you know, how that goes. But like I say, it's you know, people that have left us or that, you know, have gone on to other things. It's just part and parcel of football, and you know, everyone that's gone on, we wish them all the best, because you know they've been good servants of Boston, and you know, we hope they've got on to good things. Apart from when the players, to be fair.
And the one remaining member of last year's squad who you'd like to stay with you and probably will stay with you, but isn't going to be fit until the new year, is Brad Nicholson. Yeah,
I've had a number of supporters that have asked me about him. They were surprised because he's had a real nasty injury. It was his cruciate that he damaged. We're probably looking at 8 to 9 months out. I think the club's been fantastic, and we want to keep him, and we'll offer him new terms, even though he probably won't be fit for till you're talking February, March time next year. But he's a lad that I brought in, and he became an integral part of the 11, not the squad. He's a brilliant lad. I think potential to go to the Stars if he kept heading in the direction that he did. And I could have cried for him, to be fair, when he picked the injury up, because he was in full flow. We've just got to help him through this period. Hope that he stays with us. You know, we're trying all our best, you know, to keep him on board, and hopefully, fingers crossed, he's with us and we can help him. And we see a little bit near the end of the season, because it won't be till February, March till he's back, and hopefully we see him in a Boston shirt, you know, next season.